Good evening. This is Carrie from wildflowerartbycarrie.com, and I wanted to do a garden tour tonight. I haven't been on for a couple weeks, and kind of wanted to let the garden get some new blooms and stuff and show you all what's going on. Hopefully you can hear me and see me right now and I'm not freezing. I'm kind of far away from my porch, but I wanted to give you this shot of this furthest part of my garden here with the Russian sage and hibiscus and coreopsis. Everything is just bursting with color right now, and it's just a beautiful time of year here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. And I wanted to let's take a pan down towards the city of Albuquerque. That's the Sandia Mountain Range here. I'm up here in Rio Rancho, and it's a beautiful evening. It's almost it is 8 o'clock, after 8 o'clock, and the sun is starting to go down. But I kind of wanted to get on here tonight and give you all an update and show you what's happening in the garden, and the beautiful coreopsis that are blooming, and cosmos. I have my Russian sage and hibiscus. So everything is just bursting with color and just looking really, really pretty right now in July. But it's crazy how the heat and the water and the rain really help just get everything moving and growing and bursting with blooms. I mean, look at this shot right here. I've been taking a lot of pictures and posting, and actually I was a little disappointed. I downloaded the new TikTok scheduler app, and for 2 weeks my posts have been getting like no views. So tonight I stopped doing that. I'm going to get rid of that app and just post directly on TikTok and not use their scheduler, because it's just, I'm not getting any views. So, and you all are missing out on all the beautiful photos that I'm posting and stuff. So if you want to go to my TikTok page, you can see the past couple of weeks what I posted and how a lot of them aren't getting any views at all. But anyway, enough about that. I hope everyone's doing well this evening. I usually don't do them TikToks this late at night in the evening, but tonight we had thunderstorms and stuff roll through. We didn't get much rain at all. We get a lot of wind and dust, and sometimes that happens and the thunderstorms will just go around us. So I wasn't able to get out here a little earlier, but I just finished watering and wanted to give you a little update. As you can see, my hollyhocks are gone for now. I did cut them all back, but in their place I have beautiful cosmos and zinnias coming up. So we're going to see those till frost, which is nice. They'll continue to bloom. And then of course the yellow coreopsis that I was just showing you, that's towards the back of the garden there, all that yellow, all that golden color. It's so pretty in the morning when the sun is hitting that, and it's just, the garden looks like it's almost like a cartoon. Like it's almost like the Wizard of Oz when she goes from black and white to color. It's so pretty. But yeah, my marigolds are finally coming up, and just a lot of new stuff. So the gladiolus, they're kind of going by as well. But like I said, with that, we get new things coming in, like zinnias and cosmos. So my vincas are doing really well. I have this one corner planter, not this one, but that one there. It's being a little stinker this year. I'm not sure what the deal is, if I'm watering it too much or whatever, but I've had a couple of the vincas die. I had to replace them, and it seems to be struggling for some reason. So I'm not sure if it's the heat and being so far away from the shade, but its corner mate over here is doing really well, and that's nice and full. That's the way they should look. If you all remember me planting these back in May, there were just 4 little plants in there. They get bigger, and eventually you don't see my rocks and mulch and stuff under there to help keep that water in. So they just fill right out, and they'll continue on until fall as well, when we get our first frost. And then I have my sunflower tower here, and this is full of morning glories in the morning. And the morning glories right now, they've closed for the evening, and you can see them here. And then my sunflowers, they're going by as well. I wish sunflowers lasted longer because they're just so pretty. But I'll leave these on here for a few days and let the birds pick at them, because sometimes the birdies come over and they get the seeds. So we'll let them be for a while, and then I'll cut them back. And whatever seeds are left in those heads, I'll save in a paper bag, and I'll go ahead and spread those seeds next season and plant them. But I do have some more sunflowers coming up here. I'm not sure what color those are going to be. So those are looking pretty good. Gardening season is exciting, especially when you have things that are budding open. You have buds like that, and you just kind of don't know. And I go through that with my zinnias. I don't know what colors they're going to be, but it's always an exciting time, like I have here. These are zinnias. Oh, and thank you so much for the hearts and the likes. Thank you. But these are zinnias, and I don't know what color they're going to be. This one opened up, and it's like an orangey yellow. And then I have the red hot pokers with some nice larkspur in there. That violet larkspur. It's a nice contrast of color. And then my poor little succulents, they're hanging in there. I don't know if they're going to make it through the summer, but we'll keep at it. My purple coneflowers, they're still hanging in there as well. They're still blooming. I've been giving them a lot of water this summer, twice a day, and so they're looking really good. And again, all my coreopsis, it looks like a weed when it comes up in the ground, and I'll show some when I repost this video what it looked like this spring. It's just like little green leaves coming up, looks like a weed. But I mean, in the end, like, it's starting to get its height, and they'll get sometimes up to 4 feet tall. Yes, New Mexico is very dry. I have to water twice a day, morning and evening, when we're in the 90s, and then in the high 80s as well. But once it gets a little cooler, I'm ready for like August, September. The sun isn't as long in the sky, and the temps start to cool down a bit. But like the Russian sage here, I don't even have to water that. That just does its own thing, and whatever water it gets is from the rainwater, because they actually do like it dry, and I don't have to fertilize that or feed it or anything. It loves just the dry, sandy soil. So isn't that pretty sight? A pretty sunset tonight. We're having pretty skies tonight. Those storms are moving out. But we'll take a walk over here, and I want to show you all my my veggie garden, how that's just totally exploded. I've had issue with aphids on my zucchini, and I've gotten plenty of zucchini. Thank you so much for the likes, Pajama Gardener. Appreciate that. Let's see. Let's go in here. We'll take a look. Hopefully I'll go slow so I don't lose you guys. Sometimes it cuts out. My husband is installing an outdoor internet connector thingy the next couple of weeks here once it cools off. And that's going to hopefully help my TikToks a little better, keep better connection. But here's my zucchini. And we've gotten like 6 or 7. And I have a whole bunch in there. I don't want to scooch down too far because I don't want to lose you guys, but there's still some in there growing, so I'll be harvesting that soon. But I've had a massive I don't know if you guys can see them on there, aphid attack on all my leaves. I've never had that issue before on my zucchini, so I sprayed it the other night with neem oil and peppermint oil mixed in, and the little aphids kind of turned black, so I'm hoping that's the end of them. The zucchini I'll probably keep in here probably until August, and then I'll pull it. That's usually what I do every year, because it finally just starts growing up, and it just, you know, they start to yellow and they don't look good. But I have some corn there, and they're starting to get their tassels in the back. Castile soap and neem oil. Yeah, that's what I use. I use like a clear natural dish soap, and then I have it in a half-gallon sprayer, and then I put some drops of peppermint oil in there, and then my neem oil. Neem oil hitting aphids once works on other plants I've had, but I think because of zucchini, they're on the underside of these leaves. They're getting, and I've been spraying, I think they're being protected. Peppermint oil, put that in there. I think that helped this time, so we'll see. And then my cucumbers, they are, I got a couple down in here. I gotta pick them. Let's see. I don't want to lose you guys. I don't know if you can see them down in there. A couple of cucumbers down in there. And I did post a video of me hand pollinating my zucchini, because this is all screened in so the pollinators can't get in. So I posted a video on the hand pollination of that. So if you all hadn't seen that, you can check out my TikTok page. And then of course my cherry tomatoes are just massive. They're starting to get their little yellow blooms, so they should be producing some tomatoes here soon. And then in the corner there is carrots, some basil. I just chopped it all down last weekend and made a pesto. We've been eating that all week. It's been really yummy. And then I have some cilantro down there, and then all my lettuce, arugula, and stuff. So everything is just in dill there in the back. So everything is just coming along. It's been a really, really good harvest. Yeah, I have ladybugs, but they mostly they're like early in the summer. I haven't seen any this time of year. I usually get them around May, June. So, and then they kind of take off. So, but I've actually seen them eating aphids off of cosmos before. So they're a good little bug to have. Now I found a little praying mantis outside, and he was actually an albino one, and I brought him in here last week, and he was just like little teeny tiny thing, and I set him on one of these leaves, and I don't know where he went, but he's in here somewhere. So I'm like, go get him, buddy. Help me out, get these aphids. But anyway, so veggies are doing good, minus the aphid issue, and hopefully I got that under control. My little greenhouse down there, we get the fan installed, so you can see the little solar panel on the back there, and then we get this shade cloth on it, and that's keeping it at high 90s, low 100s in there during the hottest time of the day. So let me, if I can kind of go here without losing you guys, but isn't that a pretty shot there? All that coreopsis and Russian sage and the beautiful New Mexico sky tonight. We have some really pretty sunsets.